Well, I've moved along on the dash. I've got all my wiring under the dash ran, everything. I'm thinking about moving on to this headliner to put this in. I bought a one-piece headliner. I test fitted the panels and make sure that's all going to work. But on the side trim up here where this goes to cover the edge of the panel, this is an old style. They had these push-in little clips that go in here to hold this piece along here. I don't have these side pieces for the older cars. They were made from 70 to 73. But I do have 74 to 81 Trans Am ones, which are different. So to remedy that, I've drilled a 1/4-inch hole where the clips go, like in the originals over there on the car, or the other cars. They had those. So I don't have the old style, and I've got plenty of the newer style. So since my car's not numbers matching, I'm just going to flip it over to the newer style. And these are the newer style ones. These are plastic, or I don't know, made out of some type of plastic. I'm going to clean these up, get them dyed, see how that goes. My A-pillars, I have my black ones out of the car, but again, they're rusty. They got some chips in them, and I had this red set. And I'm sure I've got a gold set and a black set over there. But the red set looks pretty decent, so I'm going to clean them up, and I'm going to change the color on them, and I'll paint them with the texture paint. These will probably be done with the dye because it's plastic. But we'll see how those come out. But I've already done the front and back headliner trim pieces. I've cleaned these up and already went ahead and painted them, or actually, yeah, painted them with the texture paint to give it that look of texture. It's pretty cool paint. If no one's ever always wondered, how do you get this texture, or what should I use? Here's what I used. Rust-Oleum makes a textured furniture paint for outside. So these ought to hold up pretty well inside the car. I don't know if they make them in different colors. I almost bet they do. This is the black, as you can see. Very impressed with it. It's got a really nice look to it, and it feels like it's got a texture. So hey, keep the original look to them anyway. So they'll bolt in, but I'll get these cleaned up, see what they look like, and hopefully these pieces are fine to use. I don't see any reason why they won't be. They're not broke or cracked or anything. And I'll get back to you here in a few. All right, have my parts all cleaned up and painted or dyed, depending on if it's plastic or metal. I am told, though, that the dye will work on metal, so it didn't really matter, but I kind of like that textured look for my A-pillars and my front and back moldings. The side ones, like I say, they're plastic, and they're off probably 74 and up, because 73 and down use a different type. But these are what I have available, and I've got plenty of them. So these are what I'm going to use. I have my fasteners, I have my screws for my trim, and I have my little plastic trim pieces, panels, or plastic panel clips, whatever. I'll put those in, and I don't know how hard this headliner is going to be. I still have to go get it out of the other shop. So I'm going to run over and pick it up and see what it looks like and go from there later. It's the back side of my headliner. It wasn't even glued on the sides or on the back. I've already started gluing the one side. I'm not sure if that's the way they want it or what, but I'm going to go ahead and glue this, get this up tight so it sticks better before I even attempt to put this in, and we'll see what happens. Okay, got it glued, clipped. Letting the clips go ahead and hold it for a little bit. Should be fine already. Don't know what other kind of problems I'm going to run into. It's one of the things I really hate about aftermarket world, but got no choice. It's just the way it is. Okay, I did get my headliner installed, all trimmed out. Actually looks pretty nice up there. I know it's supposed to take a couple people to put these in, one-piece headliner, but here's what I used. These are little cargo holders. I use these in the back of my truck when I'm hauling kerosene or any loads I don't want to shift. Goes from one side of the bed to the other and locks the load in place. Very nice. This worked out great for me. Held that headliner right in place. One idea in case anyone's wondering, how do I hold that up? It's not a bar stool and a bunch of rags. It's actually worked very well.